Hello students and other viewers, welcome to today's class. In the last class, we were able to achieve the following. We were able to discuss the ledger as an accounting term, and we said it's a principal book for recording and totaling. We also said there is an electronic equivalent or replacement for this ledger, and that is what we call the spreadsheet package. We went further to discuss the spreadsheet package, and we said that it's an application software that allows entry, analyzing, and calculating data. That leads us to today's topic, which is a continuation of that, and it's going to be on loading and exiting programs. Precisely, we're using Microsoft Excel as an example, and we also are going to talk about saving and retrieving files. So this is the part 2, you can call it a part 2 of the first section we had. And the subject is data processing, and I remain your presenter, Eyedu Chuks. All right, in today's class, we hope that at the end of the class, students and other viewers will be able to load and exit programs. They will also be able to save and retrieve files. The operating system we are using precisely now is Windows 8. However, I will give you instances, or I will try to direct you on how you can use Windows 7 and Windows 10. Now, without wasting much time, let's go into it. I have my on-screen keyboard on the screen, so it will help us or help you follow. So the first way to do the loading simply means, when you hear the word loading, it means you're opening, you're starting, you're launching an application. You want to start working, so you have to load the application, you have to launch it, you have to start it. All right, and exiting, on the other hand, has to do with closing. You're done for the day, you're finished entering your data and saved your work. You want to exit, you want to close, so you simply close. Now, saving is something you have to do for you to be able to recall that file in future. You have to save that document. And retrieving, after you have saved, there may be need for you to recall that document, either to update it or to print it or do another thing with it. So that is why you should know the following. Okay, we'll go straight into loading. One of the ways you can load this program is by using the keyboard. First of all, you click on the Windows icon or Windows button on the keyboard. When you click on the Windows button or press the Windows button on the keyboard, you're going to see the start tiles. This is Windows 8, so you see the start tiles. All you need to do with your arrow keys, try to locate Microsoft Excel. Okay, I found it. This is Microsoft Excel. That's easy. Click on the Windows icon, or you press the Windows button on your keyboard, and then use your arrow key or your direction keys to look for Excel, and then you click on it, and that's it. You have loaded Microsoft Excel. So for you to proceed further, you click on the blank workbook and you're good to go. Now at the top, you will see book 1, showing that that's the title for now. You have not really saved it with anything, so it will show book 1. And still on that title bar, you'll find your close icon. Looks like an X. Usually in most programs, you find it an X with a red background. So you simply click on that X to close or to exit. So I will do that now, and that's the end of the program. Okay, now there is also another way to do this, and it's by using the search feature. Now, to load this, to open the search feature in Windows 8, you simply hold down Windows and then press C, and the charms will come up. Now, go to the search, use your cursor, go to the search, click on it, and then type in Excel. And under the application search, not settings or files, under application search, you should find the word if this program is installed in your system, you should find it here. If it's not, then that program is not on your system. You click on Excel and then click on blank. So you have loaded it again using the search icon or the search feature. Now to close this, you simply go to the title bar, right click on it. Right click will basically give you options, while the left click executes commands. So I'll right click and it gives me options where I can resize, minimize, maximize, and then close. So I need to close, I'll just click on close and that program goes. I forgot to tell you that in the first instance we gave, first way, where you click on the Windows icon, now you can use your direction arrow to move and you still not find the application on the start tiles. It is not there. Now what you do is simple. Go to a free area like this and then you right click. Now you should find all applications here. Click on all applications and then with your arrow buttons you should now be able to look for Excel. You should be able to look for Excel. Okay, Excel is just below this keyboard. Now this is Excel, so you can click on it. So just in case you don't find it on the start tiles, this is another way to do that. Okay, now this, if you're using Windows 7, you have to go to this area. You should see your start icon there. Now when you click on that start icon, the next thing you will see, you will see a search bar and you will see all programs. Now you can repeat the process we did by clicking on the search bar and then type in the program to find it, or you click on all programs, which will display all the programs on that system, and then you scroll down using your arrow button, your arrow keys, try to look for Microsoft Office. Now when you get Microsoft Office, the next thing you're expected to do is to open it. That's double click on it if you're using the mouse, or you click on enter if you're using the keyboard, and it opens. Then you find Excel. Then when you get to Excel, you click on it and the program opens. So that is the way you do that. A similar procedure is what you use to open it in Windows 10. A similar procedure is what you go through to open it in Windows 10. Using Windows 10, go to the taskbar. In that case, you go to the taskbar. The taskbar is just below your screen, somewhere around here. You should find the search bar. Type in your program and it appears. Then you click on it, or you click on the start icon, which is there in Windows 10. And when you do that, you should find the tiles. So when you get to the tiles, you either see it pinned to that tiles, the start tiles, or you scroll down and then you find Microsoft Excel. So that's it. These are some of the ways you can load the program. Another way you can do that is by using the taskbar. If the program is pinned to your taskbar, which is usually at the bottom, the taskbar is usually at the bottom. However, it can be on the left, it can be on the right, it can be on the top. So wherever it is, just go to the taskbar. This is Excel here. This is Excel here. That's the icon for Excel. Click on it once and the program opens. Now, I'm going to close this program that is open now using a keyboard shortcut key, alternate F4. So while holding down my alternate button on the keyboard, I press F4 and the program goes up. So that's the keyboard shortcut key to close it. But before you use that keyboard shortcut key, you should have saved your work properly and then it will close. If not, it will request for you to save, and after you have saved, you will then close the program. So that's it. Now the last way is by using the desktop icon. If it's on the desktop environment, if the icon is on the desktop environment, I'll give you an example in a jiffy. Okay, if it's in the desktop environment, good. Example, you can find it here. This is it, Excel. So you simply double click on it and it opens, or you right click on it, which will give you options, and then click on open and it opens. So these are the ways you can actually load Microsoft Excel using either the keyboard or the mouse, and then you go through the other procedures. All right, we have succeeded in doing the loading and the exiting of this program. We have succeeded in doing the loading and the exiting of this program. Okay, now let's try to put in some work, type in some data, and then save. So it's assumed I have typed this work now. It's assumed I've typed this work now. Okay, this is it. Now you'll notice that in the cell A1 and cell B1, that is, okay, let's say in column A and column B, you notice that some of the content of the cells there are hidden. So we need to adjust the width. That was the question one of my students asked me. So we need to adjust the width. How do we do that? A very simple step is to go in between A and B. You get the cursor changes to a double-headed arrow in opposite direction. You double-click that point, and you double-click that point, and it expands. It fits to the longest content, the cell with the longest content. So do the same here, and this happens. But you can also do it the second way by coming in between the two columns you want to use. In our own case now we're using B and C, so I'll simply go in between, get the cursor changes to a double-headed arrow in opposite direction. I'll hold down my left button on the mouse and then drag to desired. So if I get the width I want, then that will be perfect. So I believe I've answered your question, how to adjust the column width. You can also adjust the row height by simply doing that same process, coming between 1 and 2, the cursor changes, and then you hold down your left button of the mouse and then drag down, and you get this. So that is how you can do the adjustments on the columns and on the row. Okay, now we have finished typing this and we want to save. Now I can go to File and then go to, you find Save and Save As. Save As is usually used when you're saving for the first time, or you're saving in a different location, or you're saving with a different name. It has to be a new idea you're coming up with. While save is used to update an already existing document. Good. Now, if I click on save and I am supposed to be saving that work for the first time, the system automatically redirects me to Save As. So let's say I click on Save As and you see the Save As. Next thing is to look for the location you want to save that work. It's very important, so that next time it will be easier for you to retrieve. Now, in our own case, I want to save this on the desktop. I want to save it on the desktop. However, on the desktop, I may say I will click on it, I will open a folder for that, and let's call that folder class tests. Now, I then click on that class test folder so that it opens. Click on the task, you see it here, task class test. So I then go to the file name and then type test1. That's the name of the spreadsheet package we are currently working on. I just gave it a name. Now I can go ahead to click on save, and when I click on save, the work is saved. But you can be asked to put a password to this, protect this file. What will you do? In this case, you come to the tools, go to general options, and then you see the password to open. Now I can simply type in 2345, go to the password to modify, and then 2345, and I click on OK. It's requesting for the password again, 2345. Keep doing that till it's done. 2345. The same password is what you enter all through. Now when you click on OK, the password has already been attached to that file. So whenever you need to open this file again, you have to enter that password before it opens. So I click on save and the work is saved. Now, how do you know? Instead of showing book 1, I am seeing test1, which is what I saved this file with. Okay, remember you can repeat this procedure using the keyboard. You simply click on Ctrl S, which is the keyboard shortcut key to save. Then using your arrow button or your direction keys, you find the save as and the save, click on it and follow the directions. So these are some of the ways you can actually do your saving. Now, after you have saved the work, I may want to retrieve it some other time. So we are going to now talk about retrieval. Now, remember there is a save icon here, which you can use to save subsequently. Okay, let's proceed. I'll close this now. Yeah, I've closed the work. Okay, now somebody now says, bring up what you have done. Let me see. Now you can see the class test folder, which I created on the desktop. So I can simply double click on it to open it, and then double click on test1, which is the name of the file, and it opens. Requesting for a password. Remember our password 2345. So you enter the 2345, click on OK, and then 2345 again, click on OK. You're good to go. Okay, that's one of the ways. Another is to open that folder, then right click. Instead of double clicking as we did the first time, you right click, it gives you options, and then you click on open, just the way you load a program. You enter your password 12345, okay, and then 2345, okay. Now the file is up and running. So you can now continue to add up one or two things that you need to add up, or print, or whatever. Now, another way is to open the program first. You load the Microsoft Excel. You can see test1 here. So it's under the recent document. So if it's a job I did recently, I'm sure I will find it here. Just click on it and it opens. Or if I've pinned it, I will also find it here. However, if that doesn't work, especially for files that you have saved for a long period, as in you have done that job for a long time and you have done many other jobs after that time, so you may not really find it here. So you have to work with the location where you save the file to get that. So I can simply click on my blank document, and to open, I can use this keyboard shortcut key, Control O. Hold down Control and then press O. You see the Backstage appears. I forgot to tell you about this. The Backstage is usually found in Microsoft Office 2013, 2016, I think in 2010 as well. So you find the Backstage. It looks very much like what you have on screen. It looks like this. So you see, you can now go to the location where you save the file and then pull it up using the keyboard shortcut key. However, you can also click on File using the mouse, click on Open. We're now going to find the location where we save the file. We save it on the computer, not on the OneDrive. Is like saving on the cloud, saving in the cloud, so that you can retrieve it wherever you are. However, we are not using that. We are saving on the computer. So you go to the computer, click on it, and if you're lucky, you find the folder under the recent folder. If not, you have to go to Browse, and then try to either go to your desktop where you save that file, and then you scroll down to find class test, which is this. Click on it, and then that's it. Click on it, and I double click on it right here, or you click once and then click on open, and that's it. You enter your password 2345, okay, and then 2345, okay, and you're up and running. So that's the file we are looking for. We have opened it, we have retrieved it. That's a simple retrieval. So we retrieved by either opening the folder straight, double clicking on the file, or you right click and then click on OK, or you open the program, click on File, click on Open, or use the keyboard shortcut key Control O, and you navigate your way to the location where you save the file, and then click on the file to open. So that is how you can retrieve your files. It's that easy. So that's how you can retrieve your files. Okay, so now let's do an update of saving. I need to add one other student, 1DP 109, and then call that, what do we call this person now? Let's say John 10. Okay, give him scores like this, and let's say 58. Good. So I have added John. Let's add some other person, DP 110, and let this be, what do we add now? Rosita, and let's say Shuku. Okay, let's say Wang, Rosita Wang. Okay, and now give random names, random numbers. Let's say 56. Good. I have updated this records or the cells. I've added other data to this work. So how do I save it? Do I go through save as I did in the first time? No. The answer is no. I'm updating an already existing file which already has a name. I will simply click on the save icon, as you can see on the quick access toolbar. You just click on it, that's all, it's saved. Or you click on Control and then press S, you have saved. Or you go to File and then click on Save, you have saved this work. Now we are going to retrieve this file again and see how it goes and see if these updates have been implemented or have been executed. We close all this and then go to class and then double click, enter your password 2345, which you must always do 2345, and good, we are there. You can see the new persons we added to our class, John Ben and Rosita Wango, are all updated in this file, document. Good. So that is the much we'll do for today. It's important to note that the file extension used when saving, that the computer uses to save Excel work, especially Microsoft Excel, is XLS. X as in X, L as in L. You can find it here. I'm typing it, XLS for older versions of Office, and XLSX for current versions of Office. So this is a file extension. So whenever I see a file bearing, let's say VP data processing, whenever you see a file like this, .xls, you should automatically know that this file is an Excel file. Why? The file extension suggests that. This is all we can take for now. However, before we end, let's be sure we achieved the objectives. First of all, we started with loading and exiting programs, and I told you that loading has to do with opening, launching, or starting up the program. And I said exiting has to do with leaving the program, closing the program after you have finished what you want to do with it. Now, the Windows operating system we used in today's class is Windows 8. However, we gave you ideas on how you can do similar things using the Windows 7 operating system and the Windows 10 operating system. We talked about how to save and how to retrieve. We said there is a difference between save and save as, and we also said there are shortcut keys that you can actually use to do the save and the retrieval. I'm sure you can remember this, Control S and the Control O. We have come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much for listening.